Well, the sign says early 1999, but that's not exactly right. This school stood here empty for another 12 or 13 years before it was finally torn down to build housing. Today it's a bit sad for me to look at these old movies, but I'm glad I shot this footage back in 2003, about 12 or 13 years before the school was finally torn down. I just finished adding narration and editing this film in 2020. Let's take a closer look. Please understand that I am an alumnus of this school, and that makes me feel like I have the right and the authority to come here and explore just about any time I want to. And the no trespassing signs just don't apply to me. Through this broken front window, we can look right into the lobby with its two very cool radiators. Literally very cool. Before going inside, let's take a look around the outside of the building. It was built in 3 different sections, the first, the second, and the third. I had classes in all 3 of those sections, from K through 7, from 1950 to 1957. As you can see, this building is deteriorating very quickly. It's been abandoned for several years. When I decided to tour the building and film the inside, I could not find a single person who was willing to go inside the school with me. So you get to see just what I saw as I saw it, all by myself. This is the east side with its little bump out section that was the location of our kindergarten class. As I pan to the left, we see the last part of the school, the modern addition, with its glass blocks. Here's a friend I met while I was there. Friendly and happy to see me. The back door of the school, I never realized how austere and plain it was, this new addition. This is really dull. And now I move the camera to the west. We're looking at the back of the building and the playground. There goes my friend meeting a colleague. I wonder if it's a colleague. The original school, built in 1915, is at the far left. You can identify it by its gable roof. Okay, let's pay attention here. This was a 2-story building, but it had a basement, and this door goes into the basement. And I think this door may be unlocked. Let's see. Aha! I can go in. I'm not sure I want to. This is the cafeteria. This is where we had our lunches. And it looks a lot smaller now than it did then. Okay, I've come through a door and I'm going up the stairs to the first floor. I remember lining up and going up and down these steps many, many times. Turning the corner and going toward the lobby of the building through that door. Very dark in there. Okay, here we go. I don't mind telling you that I was pretty doggone scared while I was wandering around this school with my video camera. I knew that vagrants lived here from time to time, or maybe all the time. It was really dark. I almost couldn't see 1 foot in front of the other. Oh, here we are back in the lobby. But this time from the other side. We're on the inside looking out. And there's one of those nice cool radiators. And this looks like the entrance to the Disney World Tower of Terror. I'm not sure what lies beyond those doors. Oh, here we go, back out to the stairwell. If we go up these stairs to the second floor, it should be a little bit brighter because the upstairs windows in general are not covered with plywood. Okay, here we are, and there is a nice welcoming message for us. I feel warm inside. And through the door, and there's an anatomically correct drawing on that door. It's very quiet up here, and as I said, I'm very nervous about it. And over here to the right is another anatomical drawing. Or maybe it's just a pasta shell. I'm not sure. Okay, this is one of my old classrooms, my 7th grade classroom. My teacher was Ms. Miller. It has a newer, lower ceiling. And this long, skinny room is the cloakroom, with some clothing on the floor. Maybe they are cloaks, I don't know. And look, historic lessons on the chalkboard. Wow. I keep thinking I hear background music. Kind of spooky. It looks like when they closed the school down, they just walked out the doors. Well, there are the doors. And just left everything as it was. And now it belongs to the people who wander in and out of here. Okay, I'm going to open this door. It has a chain on it, but it's opened. And clearly someone is living in there. There's a nice bed and a stove and some other things. So that is someone's dwelling right now, and I'm not sure if they're actually in there, but I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go any farther and find out. So now, let's continue. This is a classroom on the south side of the building that looks out over the playground. There's a hole in the floor. That would quickly take you back down to the first floor. There's that darn music again. There's not a lot to say about these rooms, except they could use some paint. These doors go to the addition, the middle addition. Literally the middle addition, and also chronologically the middle addition. I see another political notice. We have a swastika and the statement "Hitler rules," designed to stir our political fervor, I suppose. Well, we know what that is. It's a drinking fountain. Very picturesque. Okay, this door goes out to the west side of the building, and it's chained. And now I'm going back downstairs to the cafeteria, through the dark rooms. It makes me feel like I'm exploring the Titanic. But it will be fun to burst through this door into the sunshine once again. Oh, this little closet was used to store tiny little brooms for children and tiny little dustpans on sticks so that we could clean up after ourselves every day. We're here at the west end of the building. There are those two doors that we've seen from the inside. And I want to get in close and show you something that's quite nice about these doors. No, not the graffiti and not the tagging, but the ceramic tile entryway. Isn't that pretty? And no one has painted it. These two doors are on the Metropolitan Avenue side, and they go into the corridor, the hallway, behind the stage and the auditorium, and that's locked. And that one's open. Amazing. So here we are inside the school again. Some light is pouring in. That makes me feel better. And we're going toward the main corridor. And then we can turn left here and go up the steps in this big room. And if you go through these doors, you'll see that we are now entering the auditorium portion. And to the right here is the stage. And way over there in the corner, we have something very interesting. Some pulleys and ropes that I guess are used for raising and lowering scenery or opening and closing curtains. Let's look to the left out into the auditorium itself. In this big room, I learned how to dance. The waltz, the two-step, the bunny hop, square dancing, and a little bit of rock and roll. We also came here once a week or so, and the music teacher played the piano and we sang World War II songs like Praise the Lord and Pass the Ammunition. What fun. Several times a year, we were dragged into the auditorium to sit and watch 16mm educational films. Terribly dull, but better than being in class. I think we can go down the hall now and see the rest of the building and then get out of here. Now we're out in the hall again, and we have the door to the girls' bathroom. Let's take a look inside. Ceramic tile floor, marble or granite toilet stalls. That's pretty fancy. This is the boys' bathroom. This is a classroom with a very nice looking built-in cabinet in the corner. Boarded up windows to help reduce heat loss and heat gain. And now we are outside once again looking at the convergence of the two wings of the building and some rusty pipes. You're wondering why I filmed this, but I think it looks good. And I also like the look of these old bricks. And if you're interested, this pattern from top to bottom is stretcher, roll-lock, soldier, stretcher. I never appreciated any of this when I was a student here. I like this glass block. It's very 50s looking, and I remember how modern it looked to me when I was inside that classroom. And over here on the right, we see more decorative brickwork, and then a beautiful two-story window in the stairwell. And once more the front of the building, and that's about all. It's all gone now.